Biker Billy cooks with fire.
All right! Hey, how you doing? Welcome back. Yes, some time has passed. We've been down the road. We've parked our scoots, and here we are. We're going to have some good fun. I got some hot peppers. You got yourself that remote control, so you throw that over your shoulder and sit back, relax, because when we come back, you know what we're going to do? We're going to cook with fire. All right! All right, yes, get your aprons on, cover up them good biking t-shirts, because we're going to make a mess today, all right? We're going to cook an exciting restaurant. Oh, it's not a restaurant, but you're going to think you're in one when you sit down and eat this delicious food. This recipe I call Ancho Fettucine Prima Vera. Yes, we're making our own homemade pasta and some delicious Prima Vera Parmesan kind of outrageous sauce. So let's get started now. I got here on my little cutting board, yes, my little couple of square inches of paradise, I got some nice Ancho peppers. Look at those big, beautiful Ancho peppers. Nice and flexible. Good dried peppers. So what we're going to do, I'm going to demonstrate this for you. We're just going to rip the little stem off. We're going to dump out those seeds. And what you're going to want to do, get rid of all the seeds. Be very, very thorough. You don't want no seeds. And we're going to tear this up into some small pieces and stuff it in a bowl. But first, let's get rid of the seeds. All right! Now, through the magic of television, I have here 2 beautiful Ancho peppers, just like those. I've taken them, I tore them up, I got rid of the seeds. Look how nice and red, beautiful they are. Aren't they beautiful? You can just barely see them down in there. I soaked them in 1 cup of hot water. Not boiling, but hot water. Don't want to turn them peppers bitter. Now, we got our food processor. We take those 2 chopped up peppers, that wonderful cup of water, and let's see, we let that sit around until they were nice and rehydrated. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to be quiet. Isn't that the best part of the show? You don't hear me screaming and hollering. No, siree, Bob. We want to puree those babies up, and I got myself some nice butter here. You can use yourself margarine if you don't want no cholesterol. Take yourself a good 4 tablespoons of butter or margarine, chuck it on in that food processor, and puree! Now, we're going to thoroughly puree this, and we're going to add something else. All right, now, we're going to add some salt. Yes, 1 wonderful tablespoon of salt. Okay, no, I lied to you. 1 teaspoon, a nice level teaspoon of salt. That's right, a level teaspoon of salt. You want to puree this till it is totally, thoroughly, absolutely pureed. While you puree it, get yourself out 2 cups of flour. And you want to take and you want to use your little sifter and measure your flour. We're going to start off, we're going to add 1 cup's worth of that in there. And we're going to run the food processor. Now, you get 1 cup in there, and let me show you. This don't look like pasta yet, but soon this is going to be pasta. This is beautiful. The color is outrageous. Throw another half a cup worth in there. And run the food processor. Now, we got about 1.5 cups in there, and you'll see that it is starting to get thicker to one side. We're going to add the other half cup, so we're putting that in there. And guess what? We run the food processor. Now, you could make this in a bowl by hand, but let me tell you something. Doing it in the food processor, check this out. It's starting to become a pasta dough. Doing it in the food processor is so much easier. Plus, the hot peppers in there are hot. Even though the Anchos are medium, they're hot. And if you're using your bare hands and you got an itsy-bitsy little cut on your hands, you're gonna get a tingling feeling. Now, we'll put that back in there, and what we want to do, we got 2 cups in. Well, it's a great segment here. You guys don't even have to listen to me hardly at all. Now, check it out. The dough has come to be pretty much one big ball over here, but if we squeeze it, it's sticky. You can see the stuff sticking to my finger. So what you want to do, you got yourself some more flour. I measured out and sifted a half a cup, and I'm going to do 1 tablespoon at a time. So there's an extra tablespoon, and the goal here is to get this nice pasta dough to not be sticky. So there it goes on the food processor. Yeah, boy, let me tell you something. You could be kneading yourself silly. Now, there we go, and it's still sticky. So, guess what? We take 1 more tablespoon. Now, I can't give you an exact measurement because each batch of flour, each dried pepper is going to absorb the water differently. There's no egg in this, so there's no cholesterol if you use margarine. But you got 4. That's right, 4 tablespoons of butter. Now, we go along and we test it. This is almost perfect because it's not sticking to my finger. So all I'm going to do is take, it's not quite totally, I'm going to take a little bit more flour, and you will notice this has become one big ball. We'll just put that back in there, run it 1 more time. Oh boy, all right, now. We just take and invert that food processor and pull it out, and there we go. We got beautiful, beautiful pasta dough. It's not sticky, look, it's not sticking to my hands. So, give this a little bit of slapping around, put this inside of a nice bowl and cover it, or put it on a cutting board, cover it with a towel, and you gotta let it rest for a half an hour. And if you had done it by hand, you'd need to rest for a half an hour. So, while you're resting, sit back, relax, get ready, because when we come back, you know what we're gonna do? Cook with what, John? Fire! All right! All right, sharpen your knives and let's get going. The pasta's are resting, but we're gonna get in there and chop, chop, chop. First thing we're gonna do, we got some beautiful, just look at them, they're gorgeous. We got itsy bitsy ones and we got big ones. Wonderful, fresh frozen from my garden. Yes, cherry peppers. So, we cut their little heads off. Use like maybe 1, maybe 2. I made it with 1 and it weren't hot, no siree. The cherry peppers, they ain't so hot. So we're gonna use 2, maybe 3. Throw them in the food processor, seeds and all. Earthquake! Chop them babies up. Now, while there's a chopping, we got ourselves another 4 tablespoons of butter or margarine. Into the frying pan it goes. Now, take them nice chopped up peppers. Ooh, look at them. Aren't they just beautiful hiding in there? Let me just dump them in there, some nice, woo! Love that sizzle, delicious, wonderful cherry peppers. Now, if you ain't got a garden like me, and you ain't got fresh ones or frozen ones, you can use the kind that come in the jar. Just rinse all the vinegar off of them. And let me show you something. Take yourself a knife and stab that pepper and let the juice, well, there's no juice in that, let the juice run out of it. Now, sauteing, simmering, we're making our Prima Vera Parmigiana delicious sauce. So, we got some nice peeled, beautiful baby carrots, and we're gonna want a cup of them. So we'll take a biker measure, yes, 1 cup of baby carrots. Get them simmering and a sauteing. Let's grab ourselves an onion. You know, onions are my favorite fruit. Delicious, beautiful onions. A nice medium, maybe a little bit bigger than a medium onion. Beautiful. Peel that onion. Cut their little heads off. That's right. We don't need that. No, sir. All right. Now, take that onion, and we're going to want to slice it. This is one of my favorite kind of things to do. Slice them onions. Oh, it makes me want to cry. All right, John, can you feel the tears are running?
Sure can.
Oh, the crews are crying. All right, now we throw our onion in the pan. Yes, sirree. Beautiful, delicious onion. And we'll give it a stir. Get them baby carrots in there first. And you don't have to use the baby carrots if you don't like baby carrots. I love them. But they're not absolutely critical. Now, what shall we do next? Looking around the counter. Okay, we'll go for that big, beautiful, wonderful red bell pepper. Now, what you want to do, cut around the shoulder, give it a twist, and look! Clean, neat, and easy. No seeds in there. Cut this baby into nice slices. This one's long, so we're going to cut it in half. We're going to cut nice little pieces. I'm going to use a red one and a yellow one. So we cut nice slices, delicious, fresh, crispy vegetables. Get the carrots in there. Get the carrots a-cooking. And at home, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to let them carrots slow cook. That's not a high flame. That is a medium heat because you really don't want to burn that butter. And let me tell you something. In this case, I usually say butter or margarine. But butter tastes better. The cholesterol will get you, but what the hey? If it ain't the cholesterol, it's probably that Peterbilt that's screaming down the highway, running over your butt. Yes, sirree, Bob. So, what's a few clogged arteries when you've been run over once or twice? Now, so slice up your pepper. You can even take this, give it a little twist. There we go, we twisting it. Pop out that center. And you got an earring for your girlfriend or a nose ring. Well, we'll put this pepper in here. Remember, cook the carrots a little bit first. And we're going to want to take some mushrooms. I will cut up that yellow one, don't you worry. Some beautiful mushrooms. We're going to slice them up. Either you love them or you hate them. But if you love them, mushrooms in this is outrageous. We'll take and slice these babies up. You want to slice up a nice cup of mushrooms. And today, we're measuring my way. That's right. This is my show. We're doing it my way. So we're just going to measure with the biker food measure. So, I don't know. Here we go. Maybe we got a cup. Maybe we don't. One more. Let's see. We'll check it out. Is it? Yes. It's a biker cupful. All right. Now, at home, you be nice and neat and measure properly. Okay. Or don't. Who cares? It's your kitchen. Now, let's take a nice zucchini, a nice medium-sized one. Got its little top and its bottom off. That's right. And let's have some fun. Let's slit this baby right up the middle. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Now, lay this little sucker over. Line them up. Maybe you want to take a bigger knife. And like little soldiers lined up, there they go. Chop, chop, chop. Slice them into beautiful half moons. We want some different shapes and textures. We want to get these vegetables nicely sliced. Don't make them too thin. Don't make them too thick. You want chunky because it's Prima Vera, which I think is Italian for lots of green vegetables. Or maybe not. But I don't know. All right, now, slice up that zucchini. Maybe throw some at your friends. And get this in there. Now, you be good, and you come back, because when you come back, I'm gonna be slicing my yellow bell pepper. So sit back, relax, shake your saute pan, and remember, cook with fire! All right, so take your broccoli, get rid of the stalk. You don't need the stalk, and then clean your cutting boards off. All right, now, while you were gone, my veggies have been cooking. I sliced up my beautiful yellow bell pepper and my broccoli florets. Put the florets in last. Don't let any of them escape. Toss these and gently saute and simmer these vegetables. You want them crispy tender. Now, before I show you the fun things we're going to do with the rest of those veggies, down here I got me a bowl and I've had it covered. And I got me some flour, so okay, it's a religious experience. Put a little flour on a cutting board. Grab yourself a rolling pin and flour the rolling pin. Now, all right, you got your dough. It rested for a nice half hour. Are you relaxed? Are you? I'm relaxed. All right, now, take your dough. look carefully at the size of your cutting surface, make a fast calculation and say, well, we're going to use about a quarter of it. Shape it into an elongated shape. Make sure that that bowl is not underneath your feet. Flip this over in the nice flour. Take your rolling pin, and here's the trick to rolling pasta. Roll away from the center. Rolling it away from the center and turn it often. So I flipped it. And here we go. Now, this stuff is beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. You go down to the local gourmet store where them European gourmets are busy trying to sell you things that you can't even say the name of. And you won't find anything as delicious as the wonderful fresh pasta you can make at home. So now, we're rolling this, and notice I'm trying to avoid making it round. I'm making it sort of square. Maybe I'm making it oblong. Okay, so it might be a rectangle. Now, this is the fun part. By letting it rest for half an hour, not only do you get a break, you get to cook your vegetables. You're wonderful, and we are going to put some delicious artery-clogging stuff. Boy, good food in there, yes, because if the Peterbilt don't get you, the cholesterols will. Now, we rolled this out nice and thin. What we're going to do, beautiful thin. Look at the color of that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now you got a beautiful color like that. Get a little flour on your hand. Rub a little flour on top of this. It's not sticky. So what we're going to do, so you're going to fold it in half. Take just a little. And again, it's only a little flour. And we're going to fold it in half. Now, we got it all folded up. Grab yourself a knife. Yes, somewhere I've got a knife. The knife should be a flat-bladed knife, and the blade should be longer than the pasta is wide. And using a nice firm press, you're not dragging now, cut the pasta into approximately 3/8, maybe half-inch thicknesses. When you decide on a thickness on this pasta, continue all the way through to cut the same thickness. And again, it's a firm press. It's not a drag. Let me show you. If you drag it, sometimes it works. Sometimes it'll stick and pull, and you don't want that. So nice firm press thoroughly through, and you can rock the knife. It's absolutely all in the technique. This is easy. You don't need no fancy, expensive pasta machine. Now, take these out, and because you put a little flour on them, they will unfold beautifully into fettuccine noodles. So, take a nice floured surface or a nice cloth towel, or if you got one of them fancy European pasta drying racks, or maybe go out in the laundry room and grab the old lady's lingerie drying rack. Yes, it'll be some hot pasta tonight. Now, what you want to do is you want to let this dry a little bit, but you don't want to let it dry out completely because you want to cook fresh pasta. Absolutely outrageous stuff. Look how wonderfully easy, whoops, one of them got lost, how easy this unfolds. And all you'll do is roll out each successive chunk of dough. Of course, I said it's easy, and now I find a tricky piece. Look at that. Absolutely easy because you put a little pasta, a little bit of flour on that. Now, over here in our saute pan, we got our vegetables. We know our vegetables are done because the tops of the broccolis have turned a beautiful dark shade of green. Now, Parmesan cheese. I got 1 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. We're going to take this and sprinkle it over top. Now, we were very, very careful when we cooked this that we used a low temperature when we cooked up our wonderful vegetables so that they would not stick. Now, what we're going to do is just toss this cheese in here, and then, well, guess what, kids? I gotta go run away because I left my light cream over there in the refrigerator. So here I go. All right, I'm coming. Here I go. I'll be back in a minute. All right, don't go away. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. All right. Look at that. I did it. I'm back over here, and we didn't even use traveling music. So we take 1 full cup of light cream and we pour it all over here. We reduce the heat, toss it around, and when you come back, it's sauce, and we'll cook the pasta. All right, cook with fire! All right, check it out. You start off with this wonderful, wonderful dough. You roll it, you fold it, you roll it, you fold it, and you cook it. And you cook it al dente. That means you don't cook it too long. You taste it, you check it out when it's soft on the outside, firm on the inside. Quickly get it out of the pot, rinse it with cool water, and check it out. See what it looks like. It is beautiful. It's gorgeous. Wonderful, fresh, delicious, homemade fettuccine noodles. Ancho Fettuccine's. It's outrageous. Now, what's even more outrageous than that? Check out the sauce. Yes. Prima Vera, Parmigiana, beautiful vegetables, crisp and delicious. We'll just put some of these up on the plate, and let me tell you, that plate is about 1/4 of the pasta recipe. This ought to feed maybe 2 hungry bikers, and look, the beautiful, creamy, cheesy sauce. Make sure you ladle some of that on there. This might feed an army of normal people or 1 or 2 bikers. If you want the recipe, all you gotta do is check out this information. All right, these recipes are in Biker Billy's Freeway-A-Fire cookbook. If you want them, go to bikerbilly.com and sign up for the newsletter so you can order the book when it becomes available. Oh boy, you caught me there. I was gonna eat the whole thing up while you were gone. So remember, it's Ancho Fettucine Prima Vera, Parmigiana, delicious, oh baby! Now, take one more look at it, because when it's gone, it'll be gone. It's beautiful. We got them delicious, wonderful fettuccine noodles. We got the wonderful crisp vegetables. This stuff is absolutely out of this world, and it's really easy to make. So, remember, if I can cook, you can cook. And also remember these 3 important things. Always eat hot. Always ride safe. And remember, come back next week, next time when we cook with